Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. So that means it may resonate with you or may not, but take from it what you will. Before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and see what message we have. So, Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Let me scoot forward and we will do a 5-card spread. So starting with conflict and defeat. 5. 5 is change. So in the mental, there's something that you're going through that you just feel defeated. And looking at this, like stumbling down the stairs. The light is at your back, the sun, and then there's still hope. There's still some hope. So no matter how you're feeling right now, at the bottom of the stairs, you can see there's a candle that's glowing and letting you know no matter how much mental turmoil you may be going through, you can change. You can change that conflict and defeat, flip it around. So that's your immediate past. We'll go through it all and then go deeper. Your present is temptation. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is about self-sacrifice, loyalty, and temptation. It's the devil just trying to get you. You can see slamming the door so you're torn. Again, this conflict, defeat. You're torn between something. It could be love with the key has a heart. We'll figure it out soon, but you're deciding, should I not? You're being pulled at, and it's just a lot. So we'll get into it more. Base chakra, and just like I said, the root. So these roots look like they were coming up, and here is the base chakra, which is 1, new beginnings. It's also the first chakra that's at the base of your spine. And that's your root chakra where you house the support that you need, your family, your material, your money. It's where you're grounded. All of that comes from the root chakra. So it's pulling together a picture, but let me just see some more. And then we go back to some mental. So it's 4. In the distant past, you needed to have some of your support re-energized, let's say, regrounded, because it's rest and rejuvenate, where you needed to spend some time in meditation, reconnecting with source, with spirit, the divine, hands up and receiving, eyes closed, head downcast, so that you can pull in from spirit what you need, the rest that you need to rejuvenate by plugging into source, getting your energy up again. And it's in this forest, so it's green, it's abundant. So you did that in your distant past. So let's see, the distant future is your crown chakra, 7. And 7 is all about spirituality. It's your inner wisdom. You meditate, going inside. And the crown chakra is at the top of your head. It's where you receive messages from the divine, the download through your crown. The lotus petals, you see pink lotus petals. So that's what's happening in your distant future. So what this looks like is where you're going through a period that you needed to have rest, you needed to have a time to reconnect. You may have gotten ungrounded, but there's some still coming up. You still haven't quite healed it all because there's this conflict and defeat that lingers, temptation that's coming up, and it's all around your base chakra. So it's something perhaps, because again, this is the grounding as well, grounding with your family, maybe it could be with your job, it could be something, but we'll go deeper. But the bottom card shows, there's 2 I'll actually pull. It's 1, new beginnings, triumphant success. So the Ace of Swords, you will be able to cut through whatever this mental conflict that you're having. You'll be able to cut through it and be successful, coming up from beneath the ground. Not that you're dead, but that you had to reconnect. You had to go inside. You had to ground yourself so deeply so that you can rise again. Tumbling down the stairs, well, you're rising up, and that's what will happen. We have 2, prosperity begins, more new beginnings, and the same thing under the earth. It's where this peach seed is. and the roots coming up to create this beautiful tree that's so abundant now, is ready for the fruit. It's like popping off. There's butterflies around it, and two hands that are cultivating, that are nurturing the earth. So that's what this is. It's about your grounding. It could very well be with your family. I'm not getting so much that is the money, but it's more so with family. So let's dig deeper and see with this rest and rejuvenate. Divine, what can you tell us more about this distant past with needing the collective needs to rest, they need to rejuvenate? What can you tell us about that? Obstacles and challenges. So 5 is again change. So there's some obstacles that you will have to overcome. So perhaps you saw that it was coming, and that's why you began to meditate to try to help yourself to get past it. As you can see, walking along this really narrow, although concrete but narrow, path where there's this deep chasm all the way at the bottom. You can see is this river beneath you, and there's this break. But know that you have the ability to overcome any obstacle and challenge. The universe puts something in your path that can be a challenge to teach you a lesson, to urge you to go forward, to move you from where you were so that you can be brilliant, have that brilliant life. So life is not going to always be, smooth, a clear path, an unbroken path. There will be challenges that you have to overcome, but because of a reason. And you may not see it at the time that it's happening, but it's causing you to change in some way. So as I'm reading this, since again, this is a collective reading, you see these cards, you know what's happening in your life, what's happening that's putting you these challenges and obstacles in front of you where you need to meditate, you just feel ungrounded, you're getting these thoughts and fears. What is it that you're going through? And you can connect it yourself. And drop in the comments. I go back and I look at the comments. So put in the comments and I'll respond. So let me know how this is resonating for you. So we have that. And let's see, what more can you tell us, Divine, about these obstacles, these challenges, because it's leading up to this conflict and defeat. What more can you tell us about that? Obstacles and challenges. Well, material and spiritual prosperity. So you have 6. 6 is all about it's like also 6 looks like a little pregnant belly, but 6 is about self-sacrifice, it's loyalty, it's getting you to move forward. So you have it balanced. There's 2 fountains spouting. You're standing there overlooking grounds from a terrace that's ornate, and that's the trees, the sun in the background. So again, this prosperity begins, material and spiritual prosperity. So you may need to pull on spiritual, which again with the meditation, the crown chakra, you're pulling on some spiritual to help you to get past whatever these obstacles and challenges are. So you're needing to pull that connection to source to help you to overcome them. And that's what you have to do. Sometimes, like it says, walk by faith, not by sight. Jesus, take the wheel. You'll have all these phrases that remind you that you're not alone. The universe has your back, all of that. So as you're going through any type of turmoil, you're not alone, and you have the ability to rely on source, spirit, divine, higher power, whatever it may be to you, you have that. So let's move to the immediate past where we have this conflict and defeat. What can you tell us, Divine, about this conflict and defeat in the immediate past? Deception and envy. 7. So again, 7 being spiritual. So this is a person, they have this winged mask that's half up over their face. So it's someone who's close to you. Green is your heart. That's your heart chakra. It's green. That's close to you, who is not being very honest. They're pretty much lying. They're not telling you exactly how they're feeling. They are hiding who they truly are from you. And that can be very difficult. And as I said, this feels more like a family situation. So with that, you just have to be aware of people's. You can't always know their ulterior motives, but that's when you have to rely on your gut instinct, whispers that the universe may send to you, angel messages. You may see recurring numbers. You have to pay attention to your intuition, getting these downloads from your crown chakra. You need to pay attention to that so that you can have an idea. Because usually when you meet someone, if you get a feeling about them, it may not change. Remember, I always say first impressions. Well, that's for a reason. They they may be exactly what you thought they were when you first met them. So that's what this is saying to you. Be aware of those around you because they may not be for your highest good, and they could very well be family. Because this to me is feeling more of a family because it's your base, it's your root, it's all this grounding. So tell us some more about this deception, this person that's just really not being honest with the collective. So, Divine, tell us some more about that. Wisdom. So, you do need someone, and again, five. So, as I said, you have support, you have a higher power. You may obviously need a mentor, someone who can help to guide you, give you the knowledge that can help you with this family that's not having your best interest at heart. And this little dog, it reminds me of little Ziggy. Again, PYJynJoy is about my three dogs, and PY is for Ziggy. It's PY because it was PYG because he used to eat as you know what, but we call him Piggy too. And this person will help you. They'll have the light coming out of the book that they're carrying. It's so bright, it will clear away that darkness. Remember the darkness? You were leaving the light, the source, but here still you had this is the sun, but it's similar to this candle. So at the bottom of these stairs, you're tumbling down. Well, you have someone who can help you. This is the Hierophant in traditional tarot. So you have a guide who can help you. And again, this is family. Look at this family background. There's a couple and a small child in front of a house. So this is something with your family. And it's difficult when you have issues with family because you would think that family are the ones that will always have your back, but that may not necessarily be true. And it's okay because everyone has their path in life. And if the path for this family member or members that are not wanting you for your highest good, then you have to learn to live with it and move on. You can't control others, you can only control yourself. And that's where this temptation is. So, this temptation is you wanting to, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? And for your best to have harmony, six is also about harmony, responsibility. You're responsible for yourself. You need harmony in your life. So, if that heart, that love of your family, it's pulling back and forth, it's dragging you down, you have to cut the ties. So it's time to cut cords. This, again, like I said earlier, the sword, Ace of Swords for one, new beginnings. That new beginning, you have to cut those ties. And I just split the deck just as I was about to shuffle some. You have eight. You have the power to cut those ties as you need to. You have that inner strength, that inner lion that can help you. Eight is about prosperity, it's abundance, infinity. Two, and look, these circles are like, circles of the waiting game. Your two, it's the balance. It's again this like this tree that's here. The roots are being covered. The sand is draining out of this hourglass to reveal these roots. The leaves that are very blossoming with new leaves. They're growing. So it's just telling you, look, you have the power. It may take some time. Be patient as you go through this, as you realize that it may not happen, in other words, overnight, that you will cut these ties with the family that's being deceptive or envious. It'll be some time, but take your time with it. But just know that that's for your best is to let that go. So tell us some more, Divine, about this temptation to, should I stay with my family? Should I go? What should I do? Tell us some more about that. Light, 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 again, new beginnings. Light, the sun. The sun is there for you again. The sun guiding you from that darkness. And that's what you're doing. Let go. When you begin to let go, you'll have the ability to move forward towards the light. Look how she's reaching up for the light, reaching in awe, happy, like all these little orbs are surrounding her, encouraging her to go forward. And that's what this is encouraging you. Close that door, close that portal, let it go. It may hurt, and it certainly will, and you just have to let it go. You can't do that. You have to put yourself first. You have to have harmony in your life. So tell us some more, Divine, about this this present where that temptation, that portal is closed and light is now coming through. You'll be triumphant. Again, 777. 7. You're using the spirituality to charge ahead in triumph. Look how the wind is blowing his hair, the mane, the banner. You are riding forward and let the back to the past and moving ahead. You're triumphantly cut cords. Your life is beginning anew. Prosperity begins, spiritual prosperity, all of this. You have this coming up again for you. Again, the red, all of this is for your red, and this is for you to know that you can be successful, triumphant. So let's move to the immediate future. Base chakra, now you're getting it all under control. You're cut the ties. What more, divine, can you tell the collective about this immediate future? Authority. Again, more red, more of the sun. 4. 4 is about that foundation. The 2 columns, 2 again, the balance. You're balancing like these 2 fountains. Now you have the 2 columns. So it's telling you that you need to take on control. You need to control your life. It's about you taking on the attributes of a leader. This is the emperor. So a leader is confident, he's strong, she is strong, but this is the emperor, so I'll stick with he's strong. He's has the control of his emotions, has the ability to guide people, lead yourself. And that's what this is all about. It's the red is again highly in there, so it's passion. So you have this, and it's a reddish brown, so it's like the grounding. So you have that. Just take on those leadership abilities and knowing that you're confident in what you're doing. You have a purpose. You're stepping forward into your new life. So, what more can you tell us about this present situation for the collective divine? What more can you tell us about that? Heart chakra. Again, the green. See the green? 4. Change again. 4. So with the heart chakra, it's it obviously is at the heart. So it's telling you that your love, the feelings that you have are going to improve. Your heart is clear. You're taking that burden off of you. You're opening up your heart again. And when you open up your heart, you're allowing space for something new to come into your life. A new family, a new love and self-love as well. So you have to have that. So as you're going through this cutting ties, you're realizing the family is not thinking of you for your highest good, the pain that that can cause, but keep your heart open. Keep it open, knowing that everything happens for a reason. It may not make sense at the time, but for whatever reason, you needed to get that kick in the butt to know you needed to move forward in your life, take control of your life, and be able to heal. Green, heal your heart. Look at the green, the green, the green. Heal yourself. So now let's move to this distant future where we have the crown chakra. Tell us more, divine, about the distant future. There's this inner wisdom that's come. 7 is the inner wisdom. You've learned, collected that wisdom externally. You're now internalizing that wisdom. Tell us some more about the distant future. Throat chakra. So speaking of, change your speaking. 5 again is change. So all this change is happening for you. You have 1, 2, 3, 5 cards. So you're changing and you speak up. Throat chakra is at the throat and it's telling you now to speak up. So as this is happening in the distant future, speak up. Maybe someone from your family will come back and want to talk to you or whatever. Speak up and tell your story. Tell them and don't back down. Stand your ground with it and be very clear. And communication is also about listening. So listen, hear what they're saying, but speak your truth as well. Speak up and let it be known. Clear it up and tell them exactly how you feel. So then that way, maybe you can heal it. Maybe you can move forward. But at this time, you need to, in the distant future, speak. So tell us some more. So perhaps the family is trying to get back and they want to speak and reconnect. What can you tell us, divine, about this situation? Solar plexus chakra, 3. past, present, future, the distant future. It's also, 3 is also about Trinity, is about expansion. And again, it's like yellow, like the sun. So your solar plexus is above your navel, below your rib cage, so your gut. So it's follow your gut instinct. So as you're speaking with your family, remember that deception and envy, they can be pretty tricky with that mask. So as you're coming back and they're speaking, or they're coming to you and speaking to you, be very in tune with your instinct, what your gut is telling you. Listen to it. Don't just listen to the words. Watch their body language, especially the eyes. See what they're doing, how they're leaning. Is it true? Are you getting a sense that what they're telling you is something that you can trust and believe? That's what you have to do. And only you can know that. You have to listen to your heart, see what is being said to you, um, and whether or not you can trust it. Your gut will tell you. Trust your gut. At the bottom of the deck, we have 8, accelerated motion. So things will move quickly. And again, the circle. So when they come back, that may move quickly, but you have to, again, slow it down enough to give yourself a chance to figure out if this is true, something you can believe in. And we also have the universe. 21, 2 plus 1 again is 3. So they are definitely trying to come back to you and get in touch. So the world is yours. You've gone through so much, you've figured things out, but it's now up to you. You have the choice and decision. You decide what it is that you want to do with this. This is your universe. Are you going to allow them back into your universe? That's what you have to think about and be very mindful. Again, like I said, first impressions, go with your gut instinct. If they told you once, they may tell you twice, but you know better than I. So that's your reading. And if you want to go deeper, put it in the comments. You can always go to PYJynJoy. But before we step to that, let's see what crystal will help you on this journey of separating, cutting ties with family that were deceptive, and if they'll come back into your life. And we have apophyllite, stay positive. And this crystal is beautiful. It's similar to how this quartz crystal is, but it has a different color. And apophyllite. So with all of this, and it looks like the universe, with all of this, stay positive. Stay positive, and knowing also that what you're doing is for your highest good. And no matter what comes up, what challenges may appear, or who may try to come back into your life, stay positive. Don't let anything negative take you down. You've gone through a path of healing. Stay that way. Keep a positive outlook. Get a piece of apophyllite, hold it in your hand. So with crystals, you can take on their energy as you're holding them. You can carry it in your bag, put it in your pocket, put it in your bra if you don't have a pocket, if you wear a bra. So just keep it close, and it will, when you're feeling a certain way, especially if you're beginning to feel a little negativity, you can take it out, look at it, hold it, close your eyes, breathe with it, and feel. Try to pivot from that negative feeling back into the positive. So I hope this message resonated with you. If it did, again, leave comments below. Let me know so we can discuss it a little further. I always respond to messages in the comments. Follow me at PYJynJoy. Click the link, click the notification bell, and like the video. Like it, share it, get it out to the rest of the collective. It may not resonate with you, but it may resonate with others who are going through some family issues. So people need help. Let them know. So again, if you want a one-on-one, go to PYJynJoy.com and book a session. Until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.